Hey, what's up, guys? A subscriber of mine gave me the idea to review this episode of Wife Swap because there's a family that eats raw meat. I had seen this many years ago. It should be interesting.
In the desolate wilds of Iowa, far from any city, the Hagewoods are prepared. Prepared to survive.
We live off the land, and if a disaster ever happened, we would be ready for it.
Ice storms, could be terrorist attacks, whatever.
That's great. Ideally, that's how everybody should be living.
It doesn't get any fresher than this. This is all about being self-sufficient so that if there's a disaster, we can take care of ourselves.
Mike and Barbara discovered the raw food diet a year ago, and now the whole...
Yes, and this kind of chicken meat, those kind of birds, of course, you can eat raw because there's nothing poisonous inside of them, seeing as they raise these animals themselves. They know what goes inside of them. It's very different compared to supermarket chicken.
family has to eat everything raw.
We eat raw meat, raw...
Some people had commented about this episode back in the day, at least I remember, that at least she, maybe not the other ones, don't really look that healthy, but it's not as if they had been eating like that for long.
chicken, raw beef. Doing this diet takes up a lot of our time. I'm in the kitchen close to 6 hours a day. Hey, Lee, have you had your eggs yet?
No.
We have 2.
It's mostly probably because of the dairy. Taking care of the animals yourself, that's a different story, but really you don't need to prepare food much. When I slaughter an animal, it takes me maybe maximum an hour to skin it and to butcher it, sometimes even less.
Children, Lee, who's 15, and Alicia, who's 13.
Usually I try to do about a dozen eggs.
He also doesn't look healthy, but again, they haven't been eating like this for that long. Of course, the teenagers maybe also eat something else outside. That's possible. And they, of course, also didn't eat it when they were developing, most importantly.
High meat is raw meat that has been aged over time. This one here is probably 3 or 4 months old. If I get upset, then I'll go eat a piece of this. I don't drink.
Yeah, meaning that they got it from Ajna's Wonder Planets, obviously, who at the time was probably more or less the only one who was even promoting eating raw meat. And high meat is obviously from him. He named it.
Any water throughout the day. Our body is mostly fat, and that's how we keep hydrated. This is kefir. It's a lacto-fermented milk. If you don't eat every 5 hours, your body will go into an anorexic state. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll...
Again, from Ajna's, it's funny. You won't go into an anorexic state. It will be a state of you slowly eating yourself. Of course, it's not going to be bad after 5 hours. And this nonsense about waking up at night to eat, come on, that's just stupid. You can go for many hours without eating if you feel well, of course. If you're hungry all the time, okay, maybe if you just started eating like this, but it shouldn't be like that normally.
get up, and they each have a cup of kefir.
The worst thing about the diet is everybody thinks you're a freak.
The Hagewoods attribute almost miraculous benefits to...
And they also drink the green juices, because I noticed that the son had some spots, kind of like acne, almost eczema-like, which is abnormal at any age. But if you consume the green juices, you're gonna be detoxing from them, whatever it is, celery or something. That also causes a sun allergy. That's one of the very few things that I disagree on when it comes to the teachings of Ajnas.
their diet.
You can heal a lot of diseases out there, like diabetes. Mike is starting to grow his hair back on top of
Mike actually looks kind of healthy.
his head.
Now that's spicy.
The government and society has scared so many people away from bacteria. God has put those things here on earth for us to use.
That's true. It's the natural state of the food.
The Hagewood kids work 8 hours a day on the farm, and that makes up part of their very different form of schooling.
It made sense for us to start to unschool, which means listen to what they want to learn and give them the opportunities to learn those types of things.
They both raise their
It's also good that they live in the US. I don't know how it would be right now. Probably still fine. But even though there's nothing illegal, obviously, about it, in a lot of countries, you could get problems with the child protective services if they know that you feed the children natural food. That's crazy, but we live in a crazy society.
Chicken, so that in itself is schooling.
I know about experiences like this, and at the end of the day, nobody can really do anything about it. Still, it's as if they mark you. We gotta watch out for this family. They are strange. And then if you go against something else, you're more likely to get in trouble.
Practicing my math on the farm would be counting how much eggs I'm getting.
My studies mainly are
Yeah, what else do you need? Are they homeschooled? That's good. What the hell do you need math for anyway?
courses and training them.
School is boring.
The Hagewoods don't bother cleaning
School is nonsense. It's useless. Good.
their home because they think bacteria is a good thing.
We really try to be a chemical-free house because the chemicals kill bacteria that we need to help protect us. We do have a shower downstairs, and it's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. Making our own toothpaste is another way of being chemical-free. Raw butter, because butter absorbs into your mouth, your gum. Mike's great at brushing his teeth with this. He'll even let this set out, and then so the butter turns to like blue cheese tasting, and he says, oh, bubblegum, and brushes his teeth.
It takes a special breed of people to live in the country, city people. They can't cut it out here.
But Barbara is about to abandon her raw meat diet and self-sufficient farm to swap lives with a woman she's never met 1,700 miles.
She looks kind of exhausted, but that's because she works all day. There's no diet on earth that can help you get over that, so much stress and work.
God, it's filthy.
Nice, clean kitchen. Not using that thing, it's a death trap.
Are those rotten
It is.
eggs? Why are there so many eggs? Leave my skirt alone.
Processed turkey breast? Well, she's gonna have the real chicken breast at home.
Oh my God, I'm not eating here.
Mouthwash for their mouth, germs in their mouth? Are they afraid of something?
Well, man, that stuff is really bad.
Oh my God, is that the shower? This cannot be for real. I'm not showering.
Can't you see me in high heel shoes? This'll be fun.
My husband Mike chose our all raw diet because we believe cooked foods are the cause of most health problems. Oh, I am not eating raw meat.
Germs and bacteria are the enemies of a healthy household. It's called being civilized. You don't have to have an immaculate house to be civilized.
People who obsessively clean their homes and make
You shouldn't be civilized at all. Civilized just means enslaved.
their kids wash their hands all the time are wasting their time. Oh my goodness, is this mom not gonna make my kids wash their hands? So after they go to the bathroom, are they just gonna waltz out?
Yeah. Do you see an animal or a human in nature wash their hands somewhere? Or what's gonna happen? What's gonna be on the hands? Oh, I get it. Invisible dangerous bacteria.
And eat some raw meat?
Hey, well, how does it make sense? If it's already inside of you, then you should clean yourself from the inside out, or what? It doesn't make any sense.
I believe drinking lots of water is essential to our boy's health. She's actually doing a lot of damage by feeding him so much water. It's a solvent. It actually dehydrates them.
Oh my god, it's true, it's true. It's just all of these teachings from Ajnes. That's great. It's just interesting because you can clearly tell. What's interesting is I don't think that in this episode they ever mentioned Ajnes Wonder Planets. Because they got it all from him, maybe directly, some lectures, or maybe just a book, whatever the case. I think they maybe didn't want to promote him. Because I'm sure that the family said, hey, here's the book, this is what we read, or this is who we follow. But they didn't want to promote him because then more people would be interested in that. Because it may appeal to people, because they think, oh, what, raw meat? No, you can't eat that.
I cannot believe how these people live. I'm so angry that people...
As just a slave from the city. I cannot believe that you eat food in its natural state and you don't wash your hands like literally no human ever did.
People are raising their children like this. I just feel really bad for these kids.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This says everything. The way she looks like right now, it's why communism worked. Because you brainwash them so severely that they see a natural life. It's not exactly natural, but the food and everything, a pretty close to natural lifestyle, as bad. She even cries. Her slave mind cannot deal with the truth with nature, and these kind of people push the agenda. These people are the problem, because it gets to her so much. Her children are the ones who suffer, but she thinks that children who eat naturally suffer. You see what I'm saying? And if they would say, let's ban raw meat only so you cooked meat, or let's ban meat altogether, these people would go along with it. She is the epitome of the problem.
Nobody should have to live like this.
Oh, you're absolutely dumb whore, man.
Next, the wives meet their new family.
Literally everybody lived like that, or at least ate like that. Not on a farm, obviously. But really on a farm also, a lot of people, up until recently. And nobody should live like that, but you should live in your slave apartment or whatever house in the city. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Out in rural Iowa.
Wow.
And we eat an all raw food. Everything.
Okay. I think she's eating raw meat. And I'm not sure I quite understand that.
So
I don't understand that. It's just, like, he cannot comprehend it. Even though his ancestors ate like that.
what made the decision to start the raw diet?
Stools have been a lot better.
It's probably much easier to digest.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. Does she actually understand it or what?
Yeah, we're not going to push something back in that's trying to get out.
Okay. Mike did mention that his stools were a benefit of the diet. It's not really something I want to discuss with someone I just met. Oh.
Okay, I understand. You meet and you talk about stools, but whatever, who cares? But yeah, I understand where she's coming from.
They don't realize all the chemicals that are put in it and how it treats their body. We butcher our own chicken. It's just an insurance policy that is a good, healthy chicken.
A man who's surprised that they butchered their own chickens. Wow.
Did you hear that? She butchers a chicken.
And the kid doesn't even know what she's talking about. And that's the reason he has glasses.
In Iowa, immediately after milking, Kim has to prepare her first ever raw meat meal.
There is absolutely no way that I am eating raw meat. I just can't.
You just need to cut up.
Yeah, except that you exist because your ancestors did eat raw meat. Yeah, but whatever. Let's just ignore it. Move to cities and eat broccoli and rice.
This, and then you just slice it like that.
I didn't wash my hands.
It doesn't matter.
Man, what the fuck is on your hands? Is there something there?
You know, you could eat raw meat without getting sick. Do you have to build up your system to be
Yes,
able
you have to
take
build
this?
it. You'd probably vomit because it's getting rid of the toxins from the cooked food. Leg,
Well, you could, if it's really good meat and you do actually get some kind of symptoms later on, slowly after many hours, it could be like that, but usually it's just going to be bad meat. Of course, they have actually good meat there. Their own animals for the most part. Look at what is it, acne or what is it? Wait, or acne scars. Well, her skin isn't optimally healthy, that's for sure. Could also be something else. She would benefit from it.
You meat meal.
Thanks.
I can't believe people eat like this. The germs, everything is making me feel disgusting. Does it taste?
Yeah, because it's basically like a mental illness. It's all in your head. You're just imagining germs and on your hands also, and there's just germs everywhere.
Good?
It's probably one of my most liked meals.
After returning from the restaurant,
How she talks differently when they interview her afterwards behind their backs, but then up front she says, oh yeah, you like it? Like she acts as if she cares and isn't disgusted. People are two-faced in general today, especially in the US. It's the most two-faced people on earth. But if you come from a city, even more, you just don't say what you think in the moment. You always talk behind somebody's back.
I don't have any formal education. My education is in what I've learned myself.
Yeah, and that's all that you need. What else do you need? An education from the system to brainwash you?
How is that the best thing for your child, to only expose them to the small environment that they grow up on?
What do you mean? Literally how every human ever lived in nature? Or what?
Well, the way she's educating her children, they'll be left right there on the farm.
That's good. I would have loved to grow up like that. Grow up on a farm and live the rest of my life on the farm. Really, besides going to the forest nearby, I wouldn't even need anything else. Just my family on a farm. And the new generations keep living on the farm. What else do you need?
Kim finally samples Barbara's raw food diet.
In the custard, we've got the papaya, 1 egg, And then I also put some orange in there, give it some flavor. This is what Barb would eat.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, it smells really good, but I just can't. I can't do it, and I don't want to risk my health. Do your kids ever voice opposition?
She thinks that she's gonna risk her health by eating healthy food. Totally twisted mind. Her life is upside down, man.
To the diet. I mean, do you ever wonder when your kids are out there on their own if they're going to say, I can't believe mom and dad made us eat raw meat.
I always think...
Yeah, they are gonna be thankful. I wonder what this family's up to today. This was ages ago.
See, so I wonder if you're thinking of that because you might have a question if what you're doing is right or not. You actually have your kids terrified.
And you know, with the germs, they're sitting there going, oh, gotta wash my hands, gotta wash my hands.
Exactly. That's what I meant before.
Gotta wash my hands.
This is what they think is good for their bodies.
Can you show me one instance where this is not good for them?
I haven't done the research.
I have! And you wouldn't know because you won't try it.
I will not try raw meat.
I know! You won't try it, so how do you know?
Mike.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. How can you talk about the topic at all if you're talking from a place of ignorance?
Mike, you and Barbara are robbing your kids of their childhood in order to make them slaves to the farm. This week...
Slaves to the farm. Slaves to the farm. What the fuck are you... What? Man, this girl is completely upside down.
I'm going to let them have fun for a change instead of working on the farm.
You know, we're not slaves.
How are they not having fun? They do whatever they want to. Man, the guy is really holding himself back. Probably also because of the cameras. That's why he's so emotional. He is not letting it out.
Don't get how.
You don't understand.
Your children are being brainwashed by the schooling system. I am going to unschool your children, and they will learn everything they need to know from their surroundings.
I think that your
This is the best mother on earth.
ideas are far-fetched. I mean, it's out there.
Don't want to yell. So I'm whispering.
Really, he should yell. Come on, just let it out.
Do you understand how upsetting this is for my children? Lee left the room because he was quite upset about how Kim basically insulted the lifestyle. The egg will help him calm down.
Actually, the egg does help you calm down, literally, biochemically, because of your nerves.
She just doesn't get the big picture of how our family runs and, you know, how we work as a team and that my dad's not, you know, this mean, controlling idiot, and it's just frustrating.
The chicken strips or the roast beef.
I think I'm just going to go with a hamburger.
Wow. And do you need barbecue sauce or ranch or anything? Just ketchup?
Dig in.
Oh wow, she actually got them to eat the wow. that's horrible, man. And she thinks that she's doing something good. How did they talk themselves into eating? If they eat some cooked steak, whatever, but they're gonna eat fries cooked in vegetable oils, seed oils.
It tasted like really good, but then once it started going down, it just didn't quite settle with my stomach.
Yeah, because their bodies are not used to it anymore. Because nowadays, the way we live in this slave system is that we are surrounded by drugs and additives everywhere. And we have grain sludge with tons of stuff inside, tons of sauces, and it's supposed to overwhelm your senses. So what you have to do is just realize that only natural food is an option. That's it. It's just the only option.
The most difficult part is the knowing what may happen afterwards.
All raw diet.
It's just vegetables.
Yeah, but the vegetable juices don't taste good.
It's kind of like the superfood that we drink.
Oh yeah, come on, man. This is just stupid. Just don't give them that. Come on.
I don't like it.
Oh my god, man. It is disgusting. Fuck.
After failing with raw juice, Barbara perseveres with raw chicken meat.
Look at how cool that is.
That chicken is not cooked.
Robert, they're influenced by you.
And
You set the tone.
we eat cooked food.
Do you want to try? Yes, you would like to try
The kid wants to try it.
it. Thank you.
Give the children an option at least. It's like vegan parents who don't even give them the option.
You're awesome.
If he gets sick later today,
I will take full responsibility.
Yes, he's gonna get sick from a small piece of meat for sure.
Bye.
Daddy doesn't eat raw meat.
Daddy has a poor attitude. Life is all about experience.
Cheers.
In Iowa, it's the morning after the Hagwoods' first cooked meal in over a year, and all is not well.
I feel really not good.
Oh, you don't feel good?
No.
Do you feel sick?
Yeah, but she ate fries with seed oils and stuff.
Yeah, it was the food last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knew that food was not good for us. Our bodies were like, get this stuff out of our system.
I didn't
It actually really is like that.
really sleep very well last night.
When you eat this garbage, it's like your body adapts to being sick all the time. But if you're healthy, the reaction to this sick food is a lot more severe. You just notice right away how horrible you feel.
My stomach hurt. Then this morning I just haven't had very much energy.
I'm not feeling very well at all right now. I feel like somebody's just kicked the wind out of me. But my
Yeah, because you have all the toxins and the seed oils everywhere. Just the whole body is totally not made for it. But the thing is that he feels different now, and the children, of course, also. It's that if you always feel sick like this, you kind of just believe that that's the normal you. But when you have this change from raw foods to cooked seed oils and whatnot, you right away notice how sick it makes you. It's just that most people don't experience a healthy body, so they never notice it.
kids are suffering right now.
Yeah, but why the fuck did you do that? I don't get it. Like, okay, go and eat a steak, whatever. Why burgers with ketchup, lettuce, seed oils, potatoes? Why go so hardcore?
My kid's in pain.
I know, everyone does.
This is what'll happen if they go off of our diet. I just feel really terrible right now. I'm doing this to my children.
Okay, whatever, just learn from it and move on. We all make mistakes.
They're such troopers. And I want to do the rules, but I don't want to do it at their death.
It is his children. I think that he's overreacting a little bit, but still, your children are your children. There's nothing more important. I don't know why he did that. I think he feels really guilty that she talked him into doing it, that he actually went along with it.
We don't get sick, and we have more energy. I have noticed that my hair's coming back in. Our diet, nobody can disprove it.
As a trained dietitian, it certainly is not something that I would promote.
Yes, it is something that cannot be disproven simply because it has not been studied. We know that there's more nutrients in raw meat, of course. That's common sense anyway, but there are no studies at all that have been done on humans eating raw meat. My guess is that it would completely disprove every other man-made diet, and it would show you that natural eating makes the human body completely healthy and gets rid of basically all diseases. This would be horrible for the system, so they will not ever create a study of humans eating raw meat because it would disprove everything that we were taught.
Been studied.
I cannot tell you there is a specific study has done or not.
But they had no research to back up that raw food was bad, other than, well, we feel that this is bad. Well, I don't
Right, because that's brainwashing. When you believe something that you cannot explain, you're brainwashed.
care what you feel. Show me the money. So, Kim, do you think it was maybe a waste of time?
And also, of course, she went and got educated at some university, probably. Obviously, what did they teach her? Eat broccoli, cook your meat, and rice for carbs.
She was,
try any of them?
no.
I was not going to eat raw meat.
She said that the kids should not live in this house like this.
I thought it was very unhealthy and almost neglectful to feed your children raw meat.
Literally the other way around.
First night of the rules, we went into town to eat, and the next morning, Alicia had cramps so bad she was crying. And I pleaded with her to stop this.
Yeah, her digestive system couldn't take it. That's what cramps are.
Because I could not stand to see my children in pain.
For me, it came to the point where it was time to slaughter the chicken, and I wanted no part.
Your husband couldn't even, he drove off.
Even though she followed you.
That says everything. This was pretty interesting. I don't think that I ever saw the full episode. I had seen a lot of clips from this episode. As you could see, you've got a family from the city eating cooked food, vegetables, whatever, just a typical slave life. And then Also, of course, at the end of the day, a slave life, but another family that lives on a farm and learned about raw food from Ajna's Wonder Planets. That's clear based on the recipes. It was all from his book. Maybe they even saw him live somewhere or who knows what. I wish they would have included how they got to eating the raw foods. But like I said, I don't think that the production team would have liked that, because then it may inspire other people to eat like that. They did not look particularly healthy, but that's because they didn't grow up eating raw foods, obviously. The mother takes care of the animals and is exhausted all day long. That's why she had those eye bags. The father looks a lot better. I don't know what he does, or maybe it's just because it's easier for him, obviously, seeing as he's biologically more so made for the work. Maybe he also works somewhere else. Who knows? Whatever. But he clearly looked like he can deal with the life better. If she would simply have children and eat the food, yeah, maybe prepare it, but not take care of the animals, he would do all of that, then she would have looked fine. Actually, she looked pretty nice. She just didn't try to look nice, but you could see the potential if she looked healthier and not as exhausted. Naturally, of course, the men should be doing most, if not all, of the work, and she should just chill and focus on the family, which can bring some exhaustion, but nothing like she experienced now. This kind of farm life, the work specifically that you do on the farm, should not be something that the woman should be focusing on. And preparing food for hours, especially with the dairy, is also a lot. Just cutting up some meat or something is nothing. You don't even feel it. It's not stressful. The daughter also looked alright. The son had some skin issues, probably from the vegetable juices. Let's be real here. That was really the only bad thing that Ajnas promoted, besides the nut formula also. But the vegetable juices were really a big mistake. It's toxic for the body. It just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. It's man-made toxic vegetables. 99% of vegetables are full of pesticides today. If you grow them yourself, you're still getting the natural toxins anyway. You're always going to be getting them. Your body's going to be detoxing from them, usually through the pores, the skin. And I think that that's what you saw there. If they would have grown up on these foods, they would have looked a lot better developed. Still, it was interesting to watch it. The comparison between the two families, that's what made it really interesting. Thanks for watching, guys.